What's going on, Knuckles family? It's our Knuckles coming at you with another video of RWBY, episode 14, the last episode of Volume 8. And man, yo, I don't want to jump too ahead of what's happened, unless I'm going to talk about the episode. But man, this is definitely the ending that I wanted. This was the ending that I wanted. I could have done. It could have been better. Absolutely, it wasn't. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the means, but it was still something that I wanted. It was still something that I wanted. Like I wanted a sad cliffhanger type of ending, and that's what we got. That's what we got. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna get right into the episode. So the start of the episode, we see that destroyed whale that Oz destroyed. Now we start seeing Selm starting to come back because we all saw that coming. So as she's starting to come back, we see Winter and Ironwood fighting, and Ironwood was like, "I sacrificed everything for this kingdom," and Winter gave him the facts. No, you sacrifice everyone just for your own damn. Well, pretty much, she said you sacrifice everyone. Pretty much saying all this was for you. You didn't care about anybody. All this was for you. It was all your. It was your doing the whole entire time. Which she was spitting facts like. Well, from the start, Ironwood was fucking everything up. Like he pretty much showed that I didn't care about the people of Mantle. They did not care about y'all. I just care about my kingdom. And if not only that, if anyone was against him, sorry, on the first episode, he shot and killed the guy who was like, "What's going on here right now? You can't blah 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 blah." Shoots and kills him. So Ironwood from the start was being a dick. So it's like, but like, was there any way for him to redeem himself? It's like, no, man. It was just, it was just getting bad. It went from bad to worse with him. That's what it showed in this volume. Like he seemed all cool and shit, but he can't. Now when he cared about the kingdom, meaning he just cared about the kingdom, not the people himself, just the kingdom itself. He didn't give a shit about anybody but himself. At the end of the day, he just showed how much of a selfish person he was. It just showed that. So I did like that, Winter said that. And now we still see, Ruby and the girls fighting Cinder and fighting Nia at the same time. So that fight's still going on. As that fight's going on, we see Crone and Harriet fighting, because like I said, there's a couple of fights going on. We still see Crow and Harriet fighting because he needs to. Crow's trying to prevent Harriet from detonating that bomb to the people of Mantle. So they're on time right now. But little did they know, they don't know that Watts is secretly watching them and controlling, pretty much hacking everything. So he's like, yeah, they might think they're in control, but Harriet, Hot Spinner, like, yeah, y'all do your thing. I'm just gonna sit here, watch y'all kill each other and stuff like that. Because y'all might think y'all are under control, but I'm controlling y'all, my puppets right now. So yeah. So then, as they're fighting, Crow tries to talk sense in her because she mentioned Clover, and that angered Harriet. So then we see Vine and Elm, on Robin's plane, trying to talk in the sense into him. It's like, what you doing this wrong. I was like, why'd you let me do it, because you're our friend and we won't let you go through with this. And Elm was like, the people are out of here. They're out of here, so we're good. You don't have to do this anymore. So they're talking in the sense of them, and all seems to be going good. But we start seeing the bombs start ready to fall off the plane, and it was good. It stopped. Crow, he got that piece from Clover. I guess it's like his good luck charm, and it seemed to be going well. Then Watts starts the detonation, and granted, they didn't know. They did not know, because here was the other thing, right? You can make the argument you could be. But then again, Harriet then says, "Oh God, the bomb's being detonated right now. I killed us all, so we can get out of here." It's like we're not within this range. We won't be out of here in time. So you can make the argument that this does fall on Harriet because she took the bomb and was flying off, trying to do her job. But like I said before, Watts was in control of the whole entire thing, so he could detonate the bomb out there. Could have detonated the bomb in that building with all those guys right there. So like, no matter what they do, that bomb was gonna be detonated. So unfortunately, Vine, he had a plan. He took Harriet out, took Harry out the plane. It's like, and I was like, "What are you doing? What are you gonna do?" It's like, if I can save my friend, like, I can still, take care of this bomb. If it means saving my friends, and and I think we kind of saw that we're gonna lose another Aesop, and so what Levine did was he used his semblance, to cover the whole entire plane and contain the explosion, and yeah, he sacrificed himself for the others. And I mean, it sucked, man. Like, and am I low key mad at Harriet? Yeah, but I mean, like I said, like you can be mad at her, but no matter what they did, Watson still couldn't detonate that bomb regardless of where they were at. So it's unfortunate, and it sucks, man. It sucks. So then we see, Neo and Ruby are fighting. Cinder. So here's one thing you gotta. Here's the thing here's one thing that we showed in this episode was that Cinder was very smart. So I'm gonna say that for later. So we see Ruby and Neo fighting, and Ruby it seemed like Neo had the upper hand because Neo was able to knock Ruby's I don't know if it was Neo himself. Was it Neo himself? I got really good episode, but Ruby does lose her scythe, so like it falls down. It falls down, but I always want those strong advocates to be like, the weapon doesn't make you. You make the weapon. Just because you don't have your weapon doesn't mean you still can't fight. So I still think she still has a plan. So luckily, Ruby was gonna take the fall today because she's like to Neo, whatever you gotta do. But sort of pretty much say, hey, come at me. Neo tries to do the final blow to her, but Ruby uses her semblance, the quick little semblance, quickly, she didn't teleport, but like a fast teleport, like use her semblance to trick Neo, pushes her off, and what seemed to be like okay, Ruby had everything going. Cinder attacks her from behind, and now Ruby's hanging on to Neo to not fall, and it looked like, and Neo puts her hand out to Cinder, and I think we also was coming. Instead of Cinder grabbing Neo's hand, she grabs the relic and she says to Neo, "You should never threaten me." And what seemed like Ruby was about to use her silver eyes, Cinder says, "You should never have been born." So, yeah, man, I think we all saw Cinder betraying Neo. Like that was gonna happen. Like she's a backstabber because the fact that how she seemed so nice to be like apologize to Neo, we're like, okay, something's up. Like something's up. So Neo and Ruby are falling out. So then Penny throws Blake at her to save Ruby, and she does save her. Grabs her, uses her rope gun or whatever. I don't know what you call that. That on the ledge, but Cinder burns that, and Ruby and Blake fall. And damn, man, it's interesting because they didn't make the main character, Ruby, the main character, be the last one standing. Like it was different because normally like the character of the main character is like the last one standing most of the time. No, they did a little bit different. Like, hey, we're gonna have Blake and Ruby fall, and so that sucked right there, man. Like, so then you have Blake. So then John tells Nora, get any huntsman you can to come back in there. But here's the thing that they don't know. They don't know that they can't go back because it's a one-way ticket to Vacuole. So we saw that Oscar was trying to go back. So what John doesn't know that Nora won't be able to come back. So it was definitely it was a tough decision. But granted, like I said, they didn't know, so their fault. Like it only made matters worse for them. So we see John, Weiss, and Penny are the only ones standing that can fight Cinder. And as they're getting ready to fight, I like the comment she said. Cinder said to Weiss, "I figured a Weiss would be the last one standing. Always, sacrificing her friends." And then Penny's like, "You don't know what it is like to have friends." But as they get ready to fight, Cinder arm. I'm trying to make sure that my notes are like I'm doing the right notes. Yeah, so Cinder's arm starts acting up, because her arm is part grim, says that she smiles, saying that she's back. Now, at first, I'm like, okay, why is she happy that she's back? Because we all know that she plans on betraying Salem, but her arm, like her power, is like Salem controls the grim, and since her arm is part Cinder's arm is part grim, it kind of reactivates her power. So as Cinder, does a three-way split of fire, she attacks Penny and gets her at her vital spot. So, and in the episode, Penny was saying all Cinder wants is the relic and the maiden pass. She can't get that, so she said that she said that to Weiss earlier, and she pretty much says that to John because it looks like Penny's getting ready to die, and Penny says, "I have one request. Please do this for me. Like, this is a way to stop her." And oh man, John kills Penny, and just hear them scream like that. Like you see Cinder fighting Winter, fighting Wise. It stops because you hear that loud scream that John. Now, granted, let me remind you guys, I was watching part of this episode at work because I was only getting a 15-minute break at work, and I know that if I start watching it now, I'll be able to watch the rest of it when I go on my break. So I'm just like pausing, but one part of my work, and I heard him scream. I was like, oh shit. It was bad, man. You just see the blood, and oh my god. That hurt, man. That hurt. That really, really hurt me right there. And so, as he does it, we see, Winter, and we see Penny waiting, saying salutations. That's her intro word. And we see Winter's like, where are we? And, it pretty much shows, Penny is giving a Winter powers. It's giving a maiden powers back to Winter because it was supposed to be for her in the first place. And so, and she's like, I'm so sorry. It's like, no, you're my friend. Though I'm always gonna be with you. And it was a sad scene. It was, because here's the problem, right? You make Penny a human just to kill her off like that. Like, it's what, like, I don't want Penny to die, but I understand if Penny dies, but for her to die like that, she just becomes human, and now she dies like that, like, I feel so you're better off, just getting rid of that virus from her, so letting her be a robot, because it's like, god dang, it's like you're giving her new life just to have us, be disappointed. It was just sad, man, but as soon as, and at the same time as, Weiss and Cinder were fighting. Weiss was fighting Cinder, and Winter was fighting Ironwood. Both Winter and Weiss literally were both about to lose the fight. But as soon as Ironwood's about to do the final blow, it's like, oh, this is the fate that I have for you. And then we start seeing Winter getting the maiden power. It's like, no, this was a gift, and does throw a blast at Ironwood. I don't think she kills him though. Like, so he hits him, and then Cinder's like, where's the power? Where'd it go? And we see Winter arrive in time, to help out. So now we have Winter Man against Winter Man, it's like Cinder could never not fight a Winter Man. Like, she's like, it's like, oh, it's the power stone again. Like, remember in Volume 5, it was that one girl, Robin's friend, thought she had it, but she transferred it to Raven. She was about to get the other maiden powers from that one woman, but instead of giving it to Winter, it came to Penny instead. So then she's like, oh yeah, I'm about to get the maiden powers. Nope, Penny gives it away to Winter. So it's like her luck for getting the maiden powers, man, sucks for Cinder. So, and it was a pretty cool fight right there. For a little bit, seeing both maiden powers go at it and whatnot. So I thought it was pretty dope. Now, it made it seem like, Winter kind of had the advantage right there, but as Weiss and John were leaving, remember, they were running because they were still hurt. Winter was especially hurt, so they can't be running. So Cinder sees Weiss and John, and she tries to throw a fire blast on him. John throws a little that device, but as he throws it, they actually land on a fire spot, and you see Winter trying to save him, and it blows up. Which once again, Winter uses that same attack to hurt Ruby. To hurt Ruby, so it was like you saw that same attack twice. Which I feel as though Cinder is definitely being smart with her powers, and so John manages to land on the little John manages to land, but we see Weiss fall, and it was too late for Winter to save her in time, and she was pissed. But as soon as she get ready, and now Cinder has both the relics, the question and Savage Creation and the quiet lamp, and as soon as I feel as though Winter was gonna go off, because when someone's pissed off when you lose somebody like that, oh man, it's just about to go down. But as soon as they're about to as soon as she's about to fight, we start seeing a loud roar from Salem, and it's like, oh shit, Johnson, we gotta go. And Winter's like, Margaret, you're gonna pay for everything. And so as Cinder gets out, they're both trying to run. I don't know why, but Winter didn't think to grab John, because Winter's flying at very fast speed, and with her speed, she kind of couldn't stop, because she turns around and be like, "Oh no, John!" And it's like, "Yo, Winter, what's going on?" She managed to go through, but John's running and running and running and running, and he falls. And honestly, John was probably the least person I expect to fall. He was the last man I would least expect to fall like that. I was like, oh man, John too? So yeah, man, and we get to the vacuole. Nora's trying to get to the other side, like she knows that it's hopeless now. Now we do see Winter come through, and the sad part is we see her brother and her mom, and it's like, where is Weiss? And you see her having tears in her eyes right there, showing Weiss didn't make it, and she's gonna pretty much fight off all the Grimm. And then we see, now we're back to go to the vault. Ironwood is still alive, and we see Cinder have both the relics, and we see Sam come like, oh, I'm sorry, I failed. I couldn't stop Team RWBY from asking Eric College. I couldn't stop him from creating the Savage Creation. I failed you. And in a way, she did, but she got both the relics now, because they have the lamp. But here's the thing, though. Cinder's just not a very good actress. She's just not. And so, but Salem said to her, you did well. And I know you had to rid of the world. I know you used the Savage Creation. I know you had to get rid of their world that they created. So what did you create? And that's what Sam asked Cinder, and Cinder's like, I just created more flames than Atlas. And as she said that, you see Watts is trying to escape from Atlas. He's stuck there. So she played Neo and Watts. And as Ira's getting ready to shoot both the girls, and she's like, and that's checkmate. And we see Salem and Cinder fly off, and I gotta say, man, congrats to Cinder. She finally pulled something off, because if she failed this, I would be like, yeah, you're probably the worst villain in all of RWBY right now, because every plan that you do, it always fails. But she got the job done. She honestly, from this volume, you definitely said that Cinder was definitely the big winner. As they fly off, we see Alice falls on the mantle, and you start seeing water running through there, pretty much kind of drown the city, which I think that pretty much says Watts and Iron are dead. Now I have been a strong advocate from when I say I want to see the body die, like that the body die before I assume that they're dead. I mean, with how Alice is right now, I think it's safe to assume that they're dead, because they're both kind of drowned, because the water, the city's crashed, and then the water just runs through it, and they're gonna drown. Unless Watts does something very smart, or Armor does something smart. So I would say they're 80% dead, but if they're 20%, they might come back. But but here's the thing: we see the Ace Ops, or what's left of the Ace Ops, is Meryl, Elm, and Harriet. You see, the look on Crow's face. He's calling Ruby. Like, you didn't hear him say Ruby, but there's just his lips. You reading his lips saying Ruby. His facial expression just says it all right there. It says it all. And out and man, pretty much Team RWBY in a way failed in a way because they fell off. They couldn't follow through their plan along with John. And like I said, that ended pretty much okay. The ending pretty much showed, hey, all to RWBY fallen, and that's what it was right there. And I liked it to give us that cliffhanger and be like, yo, this was a sad end. Like, this is honestly ending that was similar to like Volume 3. When their Hounding Academy was just pretty much destroyed at that point. Blake loses her arm. No, Yang loses her arm, part of her arm. Blake leaves. White has to leave. Like, it's a similar ending to Volume 3, how Volume 3 ended. Because it was sadness for Volume 3. And we get, this is honestly quite even worse. And maybe. Because we all know that Team RWBY is still alive. Because here's the one that I don't like. Now, granted, I forgot. At the end of every volume, they always have a long ass credit scene, and that pretty much takes part of the episode right there. So like, technically, this episode is probably like definitely less than 20 minutes, maybe like 13, 15, like not all that long as what as it showed it to be. But not only that, though, after the credits, we do see Ruby's scythe. We do see that they're somewhere right now, so like they're not dead. But I didn't want to sit there because now it kind of confirms, hey, we know that they're not dead, but like you still want to be like, okay, oh, what's gonna happen? Where did they land? Where did they go? And like it's like some beach, like some jungle, but the Cyber Creation did say do not fall. So where they're at right now, I don't know. How they're gonna get out, I don't know. And I thought Volume 9 was gonna be the last one, but apparently it's gonna be a Volume 10. Like I feel so it's gotta end soon. But was this the perfect ending? No, it wasn't. But how it leads to the next volume, it's kind of interesting because, well, the one thing I was disappointed is that yet no physical interaction, between RWBY and Cinder, and not RWBY and Salem. It's like, god dang, really again? Like, so I didn't like that. But what it leads up to is that for me, it's like, well, here's the thing: Crow and Aesop's have to meet up with Winter. They got to meet them at somewhere in Vacuum, right? To me, this next season, it's like, it's leading up to like a revenge story because it's like, while they're preparing for, Salem, they were hunted by Salem. I mean, I feel as though now Salem and Cinder, they might be the hunted because everybody is pissed with what you just did. Now, here's the one thing: what happened to Mercury and that one crazy, I keep forgetting his name. Someone remind me in the comment section. Remember, they flew off. Where did they go? What happened to them? Maria and Penny Stead. Oh my god, I forgot his name too. But like, oh my god, it would have been great to see his daughter, be human. Like that would have been nice. They pretty much forgot about them. Like, oh, screw you guys. Like, so where are they at right now? Did they skip the vacuum too? I'm pretty sure they had to be part of my plan. They had to be escape the vacuum too. Or maybe not. I don't know. How's Raven gonna hear about this from Crow? Is Raven gonna be mad and try to come at Cinder? Perhaps, maybe. But here's the biggest thing for me though, for this next season. It's like, so now it's Team RWBY, John, and Neo are all down there in that other world. But I kind of like that John fell through because I wasn't expecting that. So, oh man, that's gonna be interesting. But now with Neo, oh, you best believe Neo is gonna be pissed at Cinder. She's gonna want revenge. But now we might see a team up between Team RWBY and Neo, and yo, I am here for that because I like Neo, man. Like they might, because maybe she might learn more of the truth about Team RWBY and what they're trying to do, and maybe she'd be like, oh wow, maybe I am on the wrong side after all. But oh yeah, you best believe Neo wants Cinder. Like, you best believe that. So they're gonna have to work together somehow. But shout out to I keep forgetting this YouTuber's name. Like, is it Phoenix Knight, who does a tremendous job at these RWBY videos. I gotta look. Yeah, Phoenix Knight. This dude does a great job with his theories and reviews on the episode. To me, he's my favorite RWBY analogist right now. So shout out to Phoenix Knight. He brought up a good point. He was saying that everyone falls through, goes to that world. So Ruby and the girls, they're gonna have to see Penny's body. It might fall, or John might tell them what happened. Regardless, they're not gonna be happy to hear about this. So yo man, Volume 9 has a lot of potential right now. Like, I'm just more excited to see how Neo and T Ruby are gonna be, and how Splinter gonna be, because Splinter wants revenge. Like, Salem and Cinder are targeted right now. They are targeted. Like, oh my god, like they are targeted. But here's the thing, though: how much of Ruby's message to like all of Remnant got to everybody? Like, because no one came, we didn't see anyone come through and help them out. But like, how much of the message got sent out? It's like, what's everybody else gonna do? Because they don't know that Ruby and the girls are not where they're, or not anywhere near Remnant. They're like, down in the another world or another jungle. I don't know what the place is, but it's another world. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of questions right now, man. Like, and I'm excited, man. Like I said, this is the ending I wanted, a cliffhanger, sad ending. Like, what's gonna happen? So we're not gonna know until the fall, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but guys, I'm here for it. But man, how did you guys feel about this ending? Was this the perfect ending? Like, I said, it wasn't perfect, but there were things that could have been done better. Like Harriet still annoyed me. I just didn't like Penny dying after we turned her human. It's like, what was the whole point of that? You're gonna kill her off in the next episode. If she can somehow come back to life, I would like that, but the chances of that happening are not likely. Unless her spirit is within Weiss, isn't within Winter though, so you never know. But man, great. Like I said, I really like Volume. Like I said, not Volume 8. I mean, not to say that the first half of Volume 8 was bad. I thought it was easy, but the second half of Volume 8, like after that break, it was like, bam, 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 bam. Like they went in on that shit. So all the the actors, the creators, like everybody, like everybody for making this volume great. Like I really enjoyed it. So it was definitely this probably had to be the darkest tone for RWBY so far with this volume, because it was like despair. Like this, it was from the start of the season. Was how it was like all hope is lost. Like this is how the tone was. The tone was very dark, and I like that. I think RWBY needed that. Now, granted, was it the best volume? Some might say yes, some might say no. Like I really enjoyed Volume 5, but I really like how the tone of this volume was though. Like, granted, I did like how RWBY got their act together, but how like I said, Sam was around. Like it was just all hope was kind of lost in this episode. So in this series, so in this volume, I mean. So let me know what you guys think about this volume. Thumbs up if you like this video. Give it a comment, give it a share. Be sure to follow my Facebook page. Be sure to follow my Instagram accounts. Be sure to follow my Twitter. Be sure to follow my Anchor podcast where I talk things all pop culture. And man, RWBY, man, it's hard to wait until the fall, but we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait. All right, guys, y'all be safe. Be sure to watch. Not tell you, but be sure to watch. The Knuckles Family of Friends Game Day and Practice. We talked about Pokemon on there. Our next topic will be Yu-Gi-Oh! And be sure to watch my upcoming Mario 3D World videos. And I'm going to be starting another video game playthrough of a throwback game, so be sure to look on the lookout for that. And still playing Persona 5 videos, so but I just gotta hurry up and get that game done so I can play Strikers. Probably play Strikers at this rate until possibly towards the end of spring, beginning of summer. So which I don't mind. I mean, I enjoy summer games, so I don't mind that. So as always, guys, y'all be safe. And as always, as J. Cole said, there is no such thing as a life better than yours. Take care.